Even though they got slaughtered in game one, we expect them to come back rushing out of the gates. Our match of the week has beautiful players with beautiful compositions. Let's run into this one and we'll get more of Lyric's wisdom running into game number 2. It's Yagao versus Knight. It's 369 versus Zoom. It's Karsa versus Kanavi. Let's just go through. It's 10 of the best players here in the LPL. And running onto the Rift, the LPL gives you a slice of paradise here to finish off your Sunday. And we're hoping this goes to game 3.
One thing that is pretty interesting to me is I don't think it is that cut and dry in terms of team fights in this game, because you do still have a frontliner in Wukong who offers a lot of good engage. And as we've talked about many times with Bard, if he does hit those abilities, which I want to assume that he will, you still have a ton of damage and burst coming out from the side of JDG. You have a lot of pick potential with your CC from Wukong, Ashe, and Bard, so you definitely have the tools available to take the fights. And I actually really like how close the Colonel has it, because I feel very similar.
His bell curve isn't even that. It's just pretty much a straight line.
Yeah, it's pretty. So he has it 52 to 48, slightly in favor for the side of JDG. So to me, this game's going to be very close.
Hello, Sion. He's got Grasp of the Undying, looking for a stack here, but Zoom goes in first, a favorable trade. And we're at 1 minute 30, so for 369, starting at almost half health is going to be dangerous, as Kanavi's walking into this. Decimating Smash doesn't do much, but Top Esports are converging on this position while Yagao isn't there yet. Over the wall, Knight into the blue pit first.
They're not even going to look for the... Ooh, they are. Because they do have quite a strong level 1, right? Trundle only able to walk up and Q you as compared to Graves, who does have the range, as well as that E.
But blue buff resets. Kanavi goes back to his own jungle, and where's Karsa going to start? Onto the blue buff himself.
But still did guarantee some priority in the mid lane. So Yagao going for the comment, so is going to be able to look for the poke in this matchup.
Super rare to see, right? Like, we have a lot of... no, we've moved away from Halo Blades. What was the most... Electrocute's been coming through a lot.
No. So towards the end of last split, we actually did mostly get Comet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Azir that much at the start of this split. We have gotten Lethal Tempo, but it has been into some slower matchups like the Kassadins and things along those lines.
You know, Knight going Unsealed Spellbook. I mean, I guess second time tonight here from the Orianna. First it was Rookie.
I guess this is a slower matchup too, though, Orianna against Azir. We expect both of them to just farm. True. Of course, with the poke coming out from that Comet, should be an easier time to guarantee that priority in the mid lane and give Kanavi room to look for these skirmishes in the jungle.
Hey, while we are looking across the rift, before we start talking about this top lane matchup, note that there's triple TP on the side of JDG. Loken has opted in for the TP Ashe. The Season 1 special, we'll call it. So with Lethal Tempo on board, as Karsa and Kanavi are going to butt head-to-head. Now, the steal here for Kanavi could be big, as Smite does have the advantage for Karsa. He locks it down, and Kanavi can't get in range, so he goes away empty-handed as Karsa's still here, and Kanavi's on top of Raptors. And they're just butting heads.
Yeah, right now, Karsa not feeling so confident to all in on this, because we can see that Yagao is hovering, and Lumao not showing in the bottom lane. Didn't matter that he was a whole level up, not having the safety to look for that.
Do you want to talk about this? We're just scrambling and hitting each other.
Again, I'm going to be honest. Not familiar with this matchup. I've never seen this matchup.
That's fair. No one has.
Most tanks have very strong trade patterns in the early game, so I don't expect really much to come out. Probably functions very similar to an Ornn or a Maokai in that sense. He also did take Grasp, which is a laning rune, so... But we did just see in that interaction that Zoom does have the ability to at least dodge out from a full charge Q, so that should go in his favor. But yeah, expect 369 to pressure early. At some point in this matchup, maybe level 6, Zoom will start being able to come back, and then once we hit that 1 item mark, probably Wukong favored.
Both going to be influential in team fights, both going to add an impact here as Karsa's towards the top side, so while we're not at that 6 point yet, 369 still has the shove. Decimating Smash this early on, clears the wave so damn quick as, missed the cannon, but Zoom back to his turret.
Also did take Biscuits, so both of them taking Biscuits, both having more sustain in that laning phase. And Karsa being topside, this is how TS like to play. We almost never see Karsa actually give ganks towards his bottom lane. It is all about him playing around his soul lanes. I would say 369 more so than Knight, but of course, ever since Jackie Love came in, Karsa has been much better at playing around the mid lane as well.
And we know how JackeyLove is as a player, especially when he was on IG. It was about winning his lane himself. He was also on a team that didn't play around the bottom side. So right at home here for the new AD carry of Top Esports.
And I want to see JDG just go for this dragon, which is what it looks like they're doing. You have priority in bot, you have priority in mid. I think they had an inkling that Karsa was topside from the way that 369 is playing out this lane. He did TP straight back, so that would kind of make you assume he has some inkling of safety.
And Zoom can TP back after this dragon's half killed as well. And Loken and Lumao are going to be walking back to lane. So as you said, dragon not going to be contested, just taken away.
This comp does actually fit the way JDG like to play, where they're a lot more about playing around, taking enemy jungle camps as well as neutrals, rather than looking for straight-up ganks for their laners.
Very true. Lumao hiding out of vision, though. Watch his bottom lane. Nice cosmic binding as they look for Lumao, but he's over with a nice little magical journey. And once again, we see the best Bard in the LPL. I'm looking forward to when he has that ulti. I'm looking forward to the mid-game here from Lumao, and especially Loken too. They've almost hit their level 6. And Loken's actually on 5. But notice there is a cleanse on JackeyLove.
Oh, I was going to say, notice Karsa is posturing for a dive, but I would not think you dive as an Ezreal Yuumi.
Secured vision is JackeyLove is going to E forward. Now, Lumao is low on mana. Yeah, trying to at least. But they're not going to be pulled in as easy as that. But Karsa says, all right, I'll get Scuttle. Fair enough.
We're at a point now where Kanavi does have more options if he doesn't look for a gank. Of course, you do have that Shurima shuffle on the Yagao. On Yagao, trying to push Knight onto his side of the lane, and then Kanavi come in. Of course, Zoom also at that level 6 point, so going to have that Cyclone.
Look how aggressive he's being as well. I believe he just took away the wolves on top side.
JDG plays for jungle matchup, plays for camps. It's always been the way they played, and that's why it was so nice to see them pick up the finals where the meta did finally start going in their favor.
Which is why also game 1 was weird, because it felt like Kanavi was on a back burner for a while as well. So.
Kayn.
Yeah. We don't talk about that apparently. Well, I'm looking top. Sadly, we're just going to see two people hitting each other. Zoom is taking the back end of the trade though, as still Karsa up towards his top side, going back to his own jungle. Blue buff up, available to give over to Knight. And we got a slower early game here, as Zoom's going to use Cyclone, but Sion uses Unstoppable Onslaught, and that's about that.
So it goes the way we expected. Once Zoom hits 6, is able to have some threat back in the lane.
Very smart at this game, Luke.
But I don't expect anything to happen anytime soon. JDG are the ones that have the tools to be proactive. They have the Ashe, they have the Bard.
But you're not talking about pure scaling at this game, are you? It's about how you use the comps, right?
I mean, TS's comp looks like pure scaling to me. You have Ezreal Yuumi with an Orianna in the mid lane, so I don't know how much more pure scaling you can get.
I don't know. Just add the Kale back in, Vladimir as well.
So where does the Kale? A Kale jungle?
Kale jungle. Yeah. That's it. It's a new meta, a new day. Hey, after seeing Kayn, I think anything's possible, right? As Karsa and Kanavi just going to look at each other. Karsa with a bit of a lead here in the jungle, with a level lead rather. He's going to start Herald. Now, Kanavi is towards his top side, and Yagao does have Flash and ulti available, but so does Knight.
JDG were really good in spring at letting a team start a Herald to get a better posture for the team fight. They actually didn't care that you would take the Herald. They would just use that to, be able to secure the CC onto 5-man and come out ahead.
Kind of like what we saw from Top Esports at Dragon in the first game,
Exactly.
Right? As Herald is there, Kanavi's aware.
Lumao's on his way.
Is he coming up quick enough? That's my question. As Kanavi's walking through, he's now hit level 6 himself. The eye taken, stolen away. Kanavi takes it, doesn't look again at Karsa, but might actually turn with a phase rush available. He's done the damage. He secures Scuttle, and that was just nice.
The worst part is we didn't even see Zoom posture, try to give a wave up to get there first, like most LPL top laners would.
Yeah.
Crusader and Tower collected the wave, but Kanavi just able to steal. Pretty disappointing from Karsa.
It's pretty big, though, from Kanavi. He'll get the enhanced recall, and he can put this down any lane at this point. Yes, what do we see mid? Oh, it was flash burnt by Knight.
That's how they... Okay, yep, so they were able to get mid priority through that. This flash is down, and great play coming from Yagao. Of course, the story of these guys coming from the same hometown, playing in the same LAN cafe, so... Always nice to see them trading blow for blow, where game 1 wasn't really close. There were no blows traded. It was just kind of Knight doing as he pleased.
And then got to the point where everyone grouped up and Knight had a better time than Yagao. Just remember as well that Yagao has been in the league in a while. He and Zoom have had a partnership on JDG pretty much since its
2018
inception.
spring.
That's right.
Yep, been
so
around
far
for a
one
long
split.
time.
But Knight has been in the conversation as best mid laner since last year. Remember before he was on Suning with Tien, and he finally got his starting role in top esports, and everyone said, wow, this guy is in need to go to Worlds. We still say the same thing. He still hasn't been to Worlds, but he still needs to pick up that domestic title. The question is whether he can do it this split. Yagao has picked up one before him as well.
So
the old slap in the
Zoom
face.
has no TP, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're right.
But 369 is already here.
Ooh, good dodge though from Knight.
So this should be TS's Dragon. Yep, looks like JDG not even going to opt into a trade.
Knight has Shockwave as well, no Tempered Fate as you just saw on your screen. Kanavi walking up. As here comes Sion, Unstoppable Onslaught makes a weird sound on that skin. As there it is, taken away, and yep, Kanavi has to flash.
I'm disappointed that JDG didn't die because the fact that they were even willing to make that play when Zoom was on top side. Exactly. Lots of disrespect. I feel like they deserve to be punished for that disrespect, and I'm sad that they were only punished with the flash.
Well, you're right. At least Top Esports will say, okay, we took the flash. Maybe we can do something with that. We've also got the Mountain Dragon turning into an Ocean Rift. Ocean Soul for both of these teams. Yummy, yummy.
Kanavi does still have the Rift Herald, though, so you
true.
do have the ability to create a point of pressure there. Like with most Rift Heralds, I do prefer to see it placed in the mid lane and try to open up the map that way unless you do have some kind of either hyper carry like the Aphelios or a strong split pusher, so just having the longer lane is beneficial.
We talked about how these comps work and playing through the gaps in vision. Cyclone's going to be his top side though, and this is a double knockup at 369. He's already so damn tanky with that Sunfire cape.
I was going to say, we weren't seeing it, but it was on the mini-map that Kanavi was bullying out Carson in his jungle. Forced Carson to actually blow his ultimate.
Which still has a bit of a cooldown at this point. Kanavi goes back to Scuttle and he's about 10 CS lead while Loken's moving mid. Setting up for Arrow, but he's in full vision. Knight does not have Cleanse in his unsealed spellbook repertoire, but Lumao over the wall is, here you go, this is what you wanted.
Yeah, and I love it because in both these games we're now getting to see the dynamics of the two teams. TS Game 1.
Shockwave, Arrow, and Charge. Alrighty.
I mean, that's that, but
That's life, huh?
TS in Game 1 finding an early gank and being able to snowball the game just completely off that. This game, JDG playing for jungle matchup, rotating their pressures around the map to help accentuate Kanavi and, finding a small gold lead.
Which is good, important. It's what we wanted out of JDG was to see them play League of Legends, right?
And even though we said TS's comp really just does spell out scaling, not as cut and dry, like we said. Azir,
Hey, that's right.
Azir does very well in the late game. You are going to have this engage option with Zoom. Graves going to just deal a ton of burst damage. Ashe going to be quite the threat as well. And we've seen what Bards can do over the past week in the LPL.
I mean, you can get to late game, but pick's still going to be pick, right? And at that point in the game, Flash is so much more valuable. So I still love that we're seeing more of the Ashe, the Bard again from Lumao, and what this comp can do. We've got a point where JDG, yes, they're ahead in gold. But we're 13 minutes in, we've had a much slower game. So what the heck is that Sion skin? Is that Mecha? That's not Mecha Sion.
I'm not sure.
It's another form of Mecha. I don't know why he was
I told you, I'm not versed in,
Skins?
not just
None of you
skins.
color casters are. I don't know why.
Who plays with skins?
What is
Faker didn't play with skins. I don't know if Faker still might not play with skins. I don't know. I don't get to watch the LCK because there's so much LPL.
I feel like because Faker's played Rumble.
That
before,
was
let's be
Faker.
honest.
That was what Faker was famous for. Was never using skins.
I feel like he's used Super Galaxy
It's because
Rumble.
you weren't here back in the day, you youngin.
I was born in 2015 as Chana Crystal Arrow. Hits Knight, but can Yagao get in there to shuffle in? Yes, he can. Backs against the wall. As now versus 3. The Shockwave great, but the Ignite not enough. That was gorgeous from Loken.
Proactive tools being used by JDG is what we want to see. They have the Bard, they have the Ashe. Using this Ashe beautifully hasn't been meta for a long time, but back in 2017 when it was a staple, this is how it was played. Pretty much using Arrow off cooldown. That's what someone like Prey was famous for, right? Creating these picks around the map.
Prey, one of the best Ashes in the world. As JDG just sets off their momentum as the turret's going to go down, and now Caster's in the middle of it, just dead. Zoom with a nice engage, and JDG with a nice early game. 2,500 gold in the lead.
They've just done such a good job at using their priority in both mid and bot to find picks, take dragons, and constantly invade Karsa's jungle.
It might be slow on the scoreboard, but that's what JDG love. In the regular season, we saw be the most controlled team as the engage comes through and JackeyLove's over the wall. They might have stepped a bit too far forward. The Tempered Fate doesn't land and Knavi's dead. Remember, JackeyLove's going to have the Arcane Shift. Instead, flashes and gets Lumao. A double kill with Loken on the horizon. Top Esports have now picked up some crucial kills.
This is great to see, too, because JackeyLove is going to be the most crucial member in the late game for me. Sure, Knight's on the Orianna, but when you are the Ezreal with the Yuumi, you're going to have all this mobility, all of the sustain, and honestly, not very guaranteed lockdown on the side of JDG. Again, it's very skill dependent. That JackeyLove will be the key member who will be able to put the team fights on his back.
And he just went back and picked up the Iceborne Gauntlet too, so this is a very big AD carry in the making, while Top Esports topside are actually getting this Herald. Zoom and Yagao looking to snipe this one away, but Smite is available. All they have to do is take it. It is going over to Karsa. Picks up the Herald, runs away.
One thing that's been impressive for TS is 369 has kept Zoom under his turret this whole game. Zoom has not been able to be a factor in this game. Obviously wasn't a factor in game one, was actually quite a detriment.
It was, yeah, well said. But having said that, look at the goal. Zoom is still up there. As we saw him roam to the mid lane that one time.
Yep.
That was the only time he got out of lane. So at least he used the time well there. As Ocean is going to go down. But Knight over the wall, not in range. But Top Esports are grouping here, Lyric. I'm not sure what JackeyLove and Yu Yanjia can do versus 4.
But at the same time, 369's about to have TP, and Yagao is top.
Oh. Something's going to happen, you're telling me. All right. But not yet. Yagao's just going to pick up the turret instead.
It doesn't matter.
4 kills, 16 minutes.
Listen, Hysterics.
Ready for bed.
This turret is just a luxury, was just false hope for the side of TS. If anything, it lied to them and makes them feel like they have safety when they don't. So it's better that it's gone.
Okay. So that's like the 3.5 head maneuver, huh? I don't know what you call that one. Woo! JackeyLove, big boy, as he dodges away from the Tempered Fate, steps forward, and that's double ulti. The waves fly across Summoner's Rift. JackeyLove's going to have Arcane Shift soon, and with a nice little, whatever the hell that was, from 369. Top Esports give another kill over to JackeyLove. JDG getting caught out.
Bard is only as valuable as the skill shots that you hit, and when you hit none, you are absolutely worthless. So, great play from TS. They're going to be able to secure this turret. So, going to be 1 to 2 in turrets.
Issues arising, huh? Top Esports are just finding these moments to catch JDG out. Gold lead's still at 2K, but JackeyLove's sitting on a mountain of gold. And the rest of the map's doing okay. As the steal for blue buff not going to come through. Knight actually finds it. Zoom's committed forward. Shockwave is available, but Knight just needs to use it, brings him back, and picks up a kill. What is JDG doing, Lyric? Because they're throwing away a lot.
Like, you can see the logic, right? They push out top lane so deep, mid was neutral.
Well, maybe Knight's going to do the same. Nice from Cosmic Binding. They didn't think it would land as Knight, the burst damage is there. Flashes away, but Yagao has walked too far forward. The Sun Turret to get him out, but JackeyLove says, it's my turn once again. Arcane Shift forward. Yes, he will. Pokes them down. True Shot Barrage. Lumao gets tagged on the end. And this cat and boy just want to go forward. Going to spot out Arcane Shift over the wall. He does! And Lumao's like, why won't he leave me alone? The magical journey to escape, and JackeyLove is 1v3ing.
This is Ezreal Yuumi, Hysterics. This game is going to be decided by JackeyLove.
And he's deciding it right now. Yagao caught out. The True Shot Barrage not needed if he can poke him down. The minion wave saves Yagao's life. Rift Herald drop mid. And gold's even.
Yeah. TS right now just completely controlling the map, going all the way back to that top invade. Zoom feeling like he pushed out the lane far enough for him and Yagao to invade and take that blue buff. But still, Karsa had already recalled on the bottom half of the map. Knavi was nowhere close, so setting up this whole chain of events, which is still going.
It's still rolling in this top side. Red buff for the steal, not going to be taken as he engages here. Chanakris Lara only hits the tank, though. They kite back, and JackeyLove is still alive. The Tempered Fate hits him, but enough damage has been done as the Shockwave doesn't come through before Knight does. So for JDG, an opportunity arises if they can kill JackeyLove and Yu Yanjia. The answer no for now as they take the magical journey on top of Yagao. poke continues to come through, and this dude won Worlds for a reason. Watch him go forward with a triple kill, turning into the potential of a penta. Chase is still there, and Lyric, you know that Lumao's going to die.
He's going to die because this is Ezreal Yuumi. I don't know any other way to say this. It's Ezreal Yuumi. This is what it does.
You said it well. Auto attack. Hang on. Wait. Quadra kill. Unofficial quadra kill. He's got 7 kills.
Why does that excite you? We knew it was going to happen. It's like when someone tells you the end of the movie. Are you still excited when the end of the movie happens?
Because you're like, it did happen. Okay, that was nice.
I guess it depends, right? If it's one of those like refreshing,
if it's a good movie.
Exactly, yeah. If it's some like, or it could actually be a bad movie, but with like a refreshing, redeeming ending.
Ah, okay. You're like more like I'm glad it's over, right? Yagao teleporting.
A spectator trying to show us something.
He's saying Yagao TP'd in to kill Knight.
Knight is dead.
Yeah, he should be dead. Nice Emperor's Divide. And yep, down he goes. Okay.
I feel like that was my play-by-play moment.
No, you didn't really hit it well, did you?
I'm not meant to.
Sorry, a bit toxic, actually. On a level 4, by the way.
Let's see what happens. So JDG are the ones trying to go in. We see Ash Arrow hit Karsa, but unless you lock down JackeyLove, he's just going to deal so much damage. You don't even have a true frontline, in my opinion. You only have Wukong, who does itemize damage first, and it doesn't matter that Knight goes down. It doesn't matter that you actually hit all of your key abilities.
Kill JackeyLove.
You have Ezreal Yuumi. They E forward, they don't die.
Hey, he's got an 8 kill as we come back. Honestly, if Sword of the Occult was still in the game, JackeyLove would have one. And boy, would it be stacked.
For JDG to be able to come out ahead in these fights, you really need your Tempered Fate to hit JackeyLove, chain that into a
It did in that last fight, but you need even more than that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Exactly. You don't let me finish the sentence. Chain that into a Cyclone, which they weren't able to do, and then, really burst him out from the start.
There's no fishing around Baron. As pings are going down for Ocean, Baron's going to go down. Knight is going to try and steal this. And at this point,
he's going to do it.
He's going to go into the brush.
I believe it.
Will they see him pop into the brush? I don't know. Baron's going to go down. And True Shot Barrage. That would have added a bit too much for JDG's basket. 3k gold lead, Baron. And honestly, at this point, it feels like this game could also be in the toilet.
I want to say, I feel like at that point, you make the confidence play. You just go over anyway. And even if you die, your team has the Baron. JDG aren't going to be able to take an objective. So believe in yourself.
Okay. Had a drink of water. I'm looking at this game. Colonel A. So as soon as JackeyLove picked up kill number 5, I think you flop upwards instead of down,
And for TS, they don't need to play out the whole map. 369 does have TP, so he can try to get that bottom wave going, but
Yagao has no mana. Sun Turret is not going to save him. As Yumi's on top of Karsa, JackeyLove's going to take this up, but he doesn't need the cat as he gets locked down. That's a good chain of events, but where's Yagao? Well, no mana. Yu Yanjia picks up a well-deserved kill. Yuumi is balanced, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 items on JackeyLove. He's now going to follow alongside us. Arcane Shift. Lumao says, get me out of here. He's dead as well. This game is over through the bottom lane. Oh, what the heck?
Oh my god.
There's musical chairs. That was nice.
Look, I just want to see TS start a slow push in their bot lane, or their bot lane was already pushing. They could honestly just leave it be. Have Sion move towards mid, group up as 5 towards the top lane, and just, open up an inhibitor.
Why don't we see Ezreal and Yuumi more often?
In the LPL, I'm not sure. We have 2 teams that actually prioritize Ezreal, I'd say, more than what other teams have shown, which is these 2.
Yep.
TS and JDG were our teams that said, hey, we care more about Ezreal than things like Kalista or Aphelios.
I think as well, because JackeyLove's so good on the pick, it really influences it.
And Yu Yanjia actually played 4 games of Yuumi in MSC, so this is a team that cares about Ezreal Yuumi.
They've shown up big on 9 kills here for JackeyLove, and JDG are grouping, but it's going to be hard to lock down. 369 is now unkillable, as one bit of poke, that's what it takes. JackeyLove has the ultimate available. He's walking forward confidently, and even Yu Yanjia has a needlessly large rod, as True Shot Barrage goes through the minion wave instead. And Top Esports still with the rest of the Baron buff, 40 seconds of pushing forward. Good engage here from Zoom. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands. JackeyLove gets locked down with a nice Tempered Fate. Will that kill him? He arcane shifts away. He's kiting away. Now 5 members are here, but the problem is JackeyLove is not dead. Top Esports send him into the mix as he's getting poked down, and finally he disrespects them enough to get slaughtered. It's a kill going over, and finally something for JDG.
I love that you ended with he disrespects him enough, right? Because had he not walked so far forward, he probably could have just kept throwing out damage from the back. And, you know, who knows how the fight would have kept going if JDG decided to run in further. But still, we celebrate the wins when we can take them.
We do.
And JDG won a team fight. They're still at Soul Point. So, you know, let's not be too negative for JDG, but...
I won't anymore, no. Take me through this.
Okay.
Where you can.
So TS are sieging. Notice that Knight is not here. So TS don't care. They opt into a numbers disadvantage fight. Karsa already going down because Loken's actually quite large at this point. And here's where it gets a bit dicey. TS decide to re-engage. Knight flashes in and sure kills Kanavi, but yeah, like you said, disrespect.
This Presty is a middle of 4 people, huh?
Let's go back about 2 minutes. TS's comp wants to group up as 5 with the Baron, pressure and inhibitor turret, so they don't give JDG those options. JDG do still have a ton of CC in their composition.
Very true.
And, you know, whether you hit it on the right targets or not doesn't matter too much if you do have a 5v4.
Because I said before, I said this game feels like it's done, right? No. I could not be more wrong if Top Esports do not play this out in the manner you described.
This is also why... Sure, if TS play perfectly when they have Baron, they could probably go with a 3 or 2 lane setup. But why even risk it when you know if you group as 5 in front of their inhibitor turret, they can engage onto you. You do have the siege potential to guarantee that inhibitor.
And when you have JackeyLove is almost at 4 items here with Blade of the Ruin King incoming on top of that Death Stance. Had he survived the poke here from this Ezreal, Yagal's going to teleport in. JDG are grouping up to match. Ocean Soul 35 seconds away for them. If they get that Ocean Soul, and this game comes back to a very winnable point as now JackeyLove on top of Kanavi. True Shot Barrage doesn't tag him, but Kanavi poked down to half health, and JackeyLove over the wall poking them back.
Yeah, this probably should just be... Actually, Zoom does have TP.
Here he comes.
They don't... I was going to say, they don't really have any good flank wards, which is pretty disappointing, but...
What do you think happens next? 369 absorbing a bit of damage here. He's stuck in the mid lane. He has the ultimate available.
Yeah.
But maybe they turn this around instead. JDG cornered around. Here comes 369 into the wall, locked down. They picked apart Zoom, who does get the Cyclone in the end. The ultimate misses, though, from Loken. And even the Bard tempered fate as JackeyLove gets low, but not low enough. Healed up with Yuumi. JDG down their top laner. Top Esports have a numbers advantages. Yagal gets poked down as well. Can he make it through? Only just. They're going to lose that turret. They're going to lose the Dragon too.
I love how we just see 369 ignoring all the damage being done to him, just keeps walking forward.
Agent 007 doesn't care. Lumao flashes away. True Shot Barrage almost up. There it is. Down the line, ready to be fired, but they don't care. They've got themselves an inhibitor turret.
Yeah, they're going to get an inhibitor as well as their first Ocean Drake, so at least going to keep JDG off of Soul.
Well, we're back to square one, huh?
We are back to square one.
They almost killed JackeyLove. That was cool. That was
We're
close.
at the point where we're going to get some resets. I feel like JDG might try to threaten Baron, but then once TS get back on the map, they will for sure threaten Baron. They will just say, hey, JDG, walk into us, we will fight you.
JackeyLove still hasn't reset, though. And he's going to get spotted out here, but not the rest of Top Esports, as Karsa's to the left. And the rest of JDG in the brush. As you saw last fight, a nice True Shot Barrage. Loken missed the ulti. What happened because of it is now the engage comes through. 369 locked into a corner, but a nice tempered fate until Loken comes out of it to die. Yuanjia to pick up the kill, and 369 is so damn tanky. JackeyLove's still in the backline, and Zoom gets the engage on him, but for JDG, they've got to deal with this full health Ezreal. A good trade, but 369 absorbs everything until Knight and JKL put in their 2 cents. A double going over tonight. Lumao caught out, and yep, square one with this game being over.
I love how we didn't even need any resets for Barons. We just get the game-deciding team fight. Can Kanavi hold it by himself?
No, he cannot.
I doubt it.
Yeah, thank you for the optimism, my friend. As JackeyLove moves forward, this game's been all about him, but Yuanjia has contributed with Knight on top. And let's be honest here, Top Esports took down JDG in decisive fashion. A 24-minute game to start us off, a 29-minute to follow suit. This one goes in the basket in under an hour. Top Esports, your best LPL team, rising to form.
I love what you just said. We are just committing now. TS best team in the LPL. If they aren't, you have to prove us otherwise and take them down. They even showed they didn't even need JackeyLove to beat Rogue Warriors. They had Show.